VIII. So, in today's episode, we are going to do the Obel Lake and PuPu side quest. So to start off, as you can see on the map, this is where we are. So Timber is just right here. So turning around, you can see Timber here. And you'll see this lovely little lake. I guess I forgot to turn that off when I was AP farming. My bad. Now that I fixed that, we're going to make our way over here, and we're going to try humming. So once we finish humming and we continue on, we're going to go ask, say, what is it? It's my friend, Mr. Monkey. Can you help me? Can you find him for me? I cannot read today, please. Mr. Monkey should be in a forest somewhere. Keep walking around, and I'm sure you'll find him. Okay, if he's not around, perhaps he took a train towards Dalit. So we want to look. So Dalit area. So these are going to be clues that we need to find, Senor Monkey, and we're looking for certain ones, and I'll let you know exactly which ones they are. So as you can see, Dalit is right here. So forest-wise, we're going to come to this forest here. And we're just going to walk. We're going to throw a rock. Aw, we sucked. Throw another rock. He disappeared into the forest. Okay, I think we need to sing this next time. What? Okay, yeah. We got that. We suck. Alright, so let's go back to the lake where we talked to that bigger thing, which is this right here. We're gonna hum. Okay, at the beach of Balam, something washed ashore at times. So this is going to be one of the places that we want. So, which is going to be, obviously, over in Balam area. Which is going to be this beach here. So what we're going to do, okay, so you found a piece of rock by your foot, but it's just a rock. Okay, so we found what we were looking for, and this is part of something. Okay, so now once we've done that, that's actually what we were looking for. We can ignore the other rocks, because they're just rocks. Okay, you'll find something on the island east of timber. So that's going to be another one that we want. Which is going to be this little island here. So if Mandy Beach, I think is what it's called. Okay, so now that we got that, a lot of back and forth, but overall, the rewards will be decent. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it, but for walkthrough purposes, I want to show everything. Okay, we're going to hum. Take a break at the railroad bridge. Okay, we actually don't need that one, I think. Mr. Monkey had a rock like this, I think. So I think now we have to actually go back to said Mr. Monkey and throw said rock at him. Get my revenge on Senor Monkey. Apparently we still suck. And I can't throw it for the life of me. Okay, try to take some time off at Break Peninsula. I gotta remember where Break Peninsula is. So, okay, now that I figured out exactly where I'm going. This little peninsula right here. Okay. Now. Should be able to progress a little bit more with this. Oh yeah, okay. Mountain with a lake and cavern. Okay, so that's... This is it? Land. Okay, so I think I found it. Check it out. Okay, so found a piece of rock there. Looks man-made. Okay, so now okay, so we're going to now throw a rock until it says rock skipped many times. Rock sank. Okay, the rock skipped many, many times. Okay, so now we're gonna go get our revenge on the monkey, I think. Ah, darn it, you big loser. I'm able to skip the rock as many times as I want. So, ha. Loser, dork, idiot, your mom wears combat boots. Okay. Okay, so now that we did that, we're going to head to an area just north of Estar. Which I think is this here. Tell you in a second. Okay, maybe that's not it. Make sure I'm not missing something with said skipping rock many times. Let's see. didn't forget something with the monkey. There we go. I just didn't, I didn't complete it all. Okay, so let's, now I believe we can go back to where I was. Okay, so there are multiple colored rocks with faces all over the place. The white color face rocks tell you coldly is north. Okay. This part's a little bit on the tricky side. I may not completely show it, but there's 4 different colored rocks. So we have the blue rock, which says what the other rocks are saying. We're going to ignore whatever the blue rock says. The white rock tells you we need to go north. Well, it's a random bit, but we're going to ignore that one too. Just ignore it. The black rock tells you treasure is north. We're going to ignore that one. And then finally, we're going to see the red rock, which is the opposite of what is true. So when it says, when the red rock finally says that it's not here, then it's actually there. So, I'm trying to give you okay, so we're going to ignore you, white face, yeah. Yep. Okay, red face rock tells you angrily the treasure is to the south. Well, which means now we need to actually go north. To the east, so we're going to continue to go west. Okay, so here it goes. It says the treasure is not here, which means we found our treasure, which is the 3 stars. So there we go. We got our treasure. Normally that takes me a lot longer to do, but surprisingly that didn't take as long as to be expected. Now, first things first, we're going to head to Shumi Village. And we're going to do what we normally do because we've been going on for a little bit. Somebody's snoring. That would be Zeke snoring. He must be dreaming of something really good. I mean, because he was going after it. 13 Ultima. I cannot ask for anything better. Another island we can go to, but I can't remember exactly where it's at, so I may show that a little bit on the later side. So, but we are going to continue on with the rest of the side quest that we're doing now, which is PuPu side quest. And you may or may have not noticed this little thing. It's a little UFO. Like, if you remember when we gone to Wind Hill, there was a possibility it would have showed itself flying across the screen. Well, now we're actually going to do something with it. First things first, we're going to figure out where. This is not far enough. Okay, anywho. So we're going to make our way over on here. So you don't need encounter none on or anything like that. And it may not pop up for me. I'm not sure. I may have already done it. And it may have already appeared. So we're just going to say that it did. And we're going to move on to our next port. Which is going to be... the beach by Timber. Or is there another beach that I'm missing? Oh, maybe it might be this one. Okay, there we go. Next place we are going to go is going to be the area, the cliff, for Cactuar, by the Cactuar area, the Chocobo Forest in that area. Actually, we're going to another place first. It's called Thorpe. duplicates here. Maybe it's not. You know, I make these notes, and then I think I know what I'm talking about, and then half of the time I can't read my own handwriting or understand what I'm saying. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me figure out where I'm going wrong. Okay, so if I read this correctly... Maybe not here. Okay, to come here, maybe? No? This, oh, there it is. Wrong little place. Okay, now. So we can cheat just a little bit. We're just going to head north. And then we have one more location where the UFO will show up before we actually have to do more with it. Supposedly, it's right here. Okay, I wouldn't normally do this, but... Maybe I got... Hey, hold on. Let me move you out of the way. Really? Okay, so once I get it to pop up, I'll be right back. So I just started thinking about it. It's a possibility that it may not actually show up for me because we already had it show up previously. So if that's the case, then we're actually good to go. We're going to fly up to the north up here. We see all these, this right up here. Yep, there we go. So that's what it was. We had already initiated that PuPu portion. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and say attack. Alright, so once we've done that, we have one more thing we're going to go do, and that is we're going to head to Balam. And we're going to land right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into a fight with PuPu himself. And we're not going to actually kill said PuPu. No. He's going to ask for elixirs. And we're going to happily oblige. That's not what we wanted. He's so nice. I can't remember, I think it's like 4 or 5 elixirs that we can give him. Or that you have to give him before the fight's done. There we go. Woohoo! Thank you! You're welcome. Alright, so we don't get any experience, however we do get the highly rare, and I mean highly rare, this is the only card in existence, the PuPu card. So I would highly suggest, as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and save real quick. This card is the only card that you can get for your collection. Where is said PuPu? So once, if you were to mod this card, that's it. You can no longer get this card ever again. So I would definitely highly suggest not modding that card. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I want to thank you all for joining me on this adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, folks.